I'm really
I went to a thrift
The
store
paid
and
outfit
I
would've been so
didn't
much
see a
better.
Charlotte Hornets jacket.
There wasn't a Charlotte Hornets jacket from somebody
No,
giving
there
up.
wasn't.
Hey, listen, Dex doesn't.
There's a specific one that I sent to Dex like last year, and he was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I've seen these before, dude. Chill out."
Yeah. No, but listen, Dex doesn't have to give up this year. The Carolina Panthers are like okay-ish.
No. I
Don't
I
say
don't.
that.
Not
They
yet.
could lose the last two.
Yeah, they could fuck this all up. They could fuck it all up.
They're not in the
but-
playoffs like us.
Nah, listen,
Curse
they
of
got
Ra,
this.
Drake May's knee.
Curse of Ra.
Man, Drake May is one bad hit from being fucking concussed, bro. That man is that close.
Isn't that sum up the entire NFL
Yeah,
though?
that's everyone who plays football.
Mm.
Everyone who plays
Yeah,
football.
but it's
No,
also Drake May.
That's anyone who goes outside.
Okay, but yeah, it's also Drake May. Listen,
That's anyone who
do not
decides to
talk,
wake
do
up
not
in the
talk
morning.
about Drake. Drake may like that ever again. Okay.
Chat 5 gifted subs and we give Hunter a concussion right now.
I'll take
Yes.
CTE. Give it to me.
Yes.
Just fucking send someone to Ohio.
Give it your is.
Oh dear.
Anyway,
Mara, I hate that you taught Mega because she showed it to us last week. What happens if you type 6-7 in on Google?
Oh,
It
I'm
really
glad.
pissed me off.
Oh my god, Mara, the amount of people I've spread that to, it's been great. It's the best
That's
gift
great
you've
to
ever given
hear.
me.
I'm so proud of you.
Okay, I don't want that. Not a fan of that.
But Mega, I really do like your VTubers thing.
Chill out.
Ho ho ho.
book.
I have a book.
I have a book. Guess what I found? It is the first cinematic art book that they released for Overwatch.
Crazy.
Way back in I think 2017, but it has it has all of this stuff inside of it. There's a bunch of concept art, a bunch of facts and everything. It's really awesome.
That is really awesome.
And it was only like $6, so I took it home and now it's mine.
Oh, so that's what you're talking about. Okay.
Yes, I had that. There's the little Reinhardt, which I thought it was just a little figure, but it's actually a little keychain thing that I can throw on my my keys.
Yeah, but why would you take it out of the packaging?
Why don't I?
Yeah, why would you?
Why did you?
I'm going to. I haven't really gotten to that part yet.
No, I'm saying why would you? You're just taking away all the inherent value of it.
Yes, the inherent value. Yes.
Famously, everyone cares about Overwatch still.
Obviously, yeah. That's why I found it sitting at a thrift store, just minding its own business.
Let's say
Like,
hypothetically that Overwatch wasn't dead.
The craziest part is there was a stack of these. I'm not gonna lie. There was a stack of these, and you know these were old because it was not Cassidy. It was not Cassidy.
Why don't you just like give those away as like Christmas gifts? Buy all of them.
Well,
Every Secret Santa.
Fun fact, I do have another one that I do have sitting in the room. My friend's an Overwatch guy as well, so he will enjoy that. But I had to get one for myself because, you know,
You're not
You
saving
can
that
just
for
mention
when you. You're not saving that one for when you meet Dex under the mistletoe, or
That's
Mega,
crazy.
shut the fuck up.
I think
I
I
met
should
Dex. I didn't
revive.
kiss him.
Let's go. Workplace Yaoi Part 2.
Hunter, shut
What?
the
Part
fuck up.
2? Where's part 1?
Thoromia
Yeah,
episode.
Yeah, the Thor
podcast.
episode.
What?
Yeah, I was having
You're
problems
not
with
keeping
my.
up with the lore.
I was having problems
Yeah,
with my
what-
microphone, and apparently, while I was trying to fix it, Mega and Thor started talking about toxic workplace yaoi.
I see. I thought they meant something else, and I was very confused.
What did you wait? What did you think was meant? Hold
I
on.
feel like we don't know the answer to that. You go there, book.
What did you mean by that?
What do you mean by that, Mara?
What do you mean by that?
What are you guys talking about? I didn't say anything.
That's crazy.
All right. Well, might as well end that there and just get started with this podcast officially. Almost 5 minutes in. But everyone, welcome back to episode number 47 of For the Love of Prod. As always, I'm joined by Huntertain and Megalass, and our guest this week is Mara. Mara, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure to be here. I feel like I was asked out of desperation, but you know, that's
I'm gonna be honest.
I've asked you twice. That can't be out of desperation at that point, you stupid bitch.
Probably both times in desperation, honestly.
Okay. You know what? Dex, I
My
hate
goal
you.
is to make you mad, and I feel like I've already succeeded.
No, Dex has made me angry.
Okay.
It's a common occurrence.
Yeah, Mar, just to let you know, it's Mega and Hunter's like goal to make me regret doing this podcast every week.
We
Well, do you
somehow
regret
we're
it?
almost
At times, there's definitely points where it's like, oh dear God, I can't believe I'm gonna
Okay.
put this up on the internet.
You are for your 10 million monthly listeners.
True. We make so much money off this, honestly. Like unbelievable amounts.
This is just a giant money laundering scheme. If you did not know,
I
I'm
didn't
getting
know.
I'm getting that S9 convertible after all.
yeah, buy you the fucking Hot Wheels.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I still have some old Overwatch Hot Wheels sitting around somewhere.
the fuck is an
Why?
Overwatch Hot Wheel? The
They made
payload?
Overwatch Hot Wheels. Yeah, they did make Overwatch.
Yeah,
Hot Wheels.
I have a Roadhog one and a Reinhardt one.
Yeah, they also made them.
What is it?
They made them the worst fucking heroes. It's like, yeah, there's a Tracer,
Yeah.
there's a Diva, but then it's like Hog and Junkrat and Rhine.
Like, is it just cars that look like the character? Like, I'm confused.
No, it's cars that are themed off the character.
Same thing.
Yeah. There's a.
All right.
They're
So-
kind of cool, but
So,
you know. they're
Well,
not-
Hunter looks this up here, Mar, just for people who don't necessarily know who you are. I want to give you the floor here right now to give a quick little intro of yourself and basically just keep it to what games you work with and the roles you do.
Well, I'm primarily do Overwatch, so I have done Valorant to some degree, but primarily Overwatch. I'm primarily Observer. I have cast in the past. I mean that's kind of it, honestly. I don't do too much prod just because I'm also a student and have a lot of things to do. So yeah.
Student at Winthrop. I got to meet you earlier this year and see that facility, really great facility, and everyone there incredibly nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
Wait,
It's cool.
you said you casted?
I did. I don't anymore. That was a decent while ago.
How many years
That was
ago?
like 2021 BPL.
Yeah, like a couple, like 3-4 years ago. Yeah.
I think I have some Mara cast on.
Oh no, you
record.
do. You do. You definitely do. It's something. It's something.
That's every cast. To be honest, it's something. It could be good. It could be bad.
I was okay, I think, but ultimately I mostly do observing now. I probably could do like more producer roles, but I just don't have the time currently to learn that, and I will not be able to do anything for prod for the next couple months. So, not really in my wheelhouse right now, to be honest.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But
There-
what are you gonna say? Something?
I just said there is a producer drought. We need more of them.
Yeah, no. Like that is like we've talked about it in the past on this podcast, where like there's 3 or 4 producers right now, maybe 5 across like the what I would call the big 3 of the community leagues of CGL, BPL, and SPCS, and it's kind of just like you can tell sometimes it's just very very thin.
Yeah, there's not too many producers, which is why like I've considered learning it in the past, but like right now it's not ideal because I'm leaving the country in 2 weeks. So yeah.
Mm.
How long are you gonna be out of the country?
Until May.
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
Yeah,
study
I'll be
abroad?
studying.
Good timing. Oh my
Yeah, I'll
god.
be studying abroad.
Nice, man.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, unless there's a war or something declared, which I guess could happen. You know, that might change my plans, but who knows? But yeah, I'll be studying abroad in London,
Nice.
so that'll be cool.
Awesome.
go say hi to Spectreon.
Yes, true.
That was the idea, actually. That was the idea.
Mm.
I've been chatting to him about that on and off for the past couple months because I've been like slowly getting this planned and everything.
Nice.
Mm.
Nice. Honestly, he's
Don't let him. Don't let him drag you out to the pub too much. He will try.
Why
He
wouldn't
tried many times.
or do go to the pub. No one's stopping you.
Yeah, I mean you could do either one.
wouldn't I? It's important cultural experience, you know,
Ah, yes.
to get pissed drunk in London.
No, doesn't he live in Sheffield?
I don't know where he lives. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I feel like I should know this. I feel like Sheffield is the one that I'm thinking of. I'm
I
probably
don't think it's
wrong.
pronounced. I don't think it's pronounced like that. But honestly, I could be wrong. There's like, they, they say things weird over there. They talk funny.
They have that weird accent and they throw U's in words for random reasons.
Yeah, no, you're right. I don't think it's. I don't think it's Sheffield. It's like. I think it's like. Is it Sheffield?
I think it's
It
Sheffield.
might be. To
it's
be fair,
close
we
enough.
could just. Yeah, the man is probably still awake. In all fairness,
We're not gonna ask him to
Nah.
come in here and pronounce where he lives.
That's not what I was gonna ask. I'm just gonna message the man.
We
Oh
did
shit!
just dox them, unfortunately.
Oh wait, Meg, I didn't know the stars on your hat kind of light up.
They do. That's sick.
Yeah. Except they fucking break sometimes.
It's
Yeah.
cool.
All right, but
It's life.
Mar, let's get into the normal 2 questions we kind of ask everyone here before we kind of spiral out into the randomness of what this podcast normally becomes after the 30-minute mark.
Okay.
So, Mara, we want to know what got you into doing esports, and more specifically, what got you into doing esports productions as well.
Well, for esports, it was something I was always kind of like interested in, like as someone who's played video games for basically my entire life. Which I feel like is probably a pretty common occurrence. So like back in like 2016, 2017, I was like kind of into Paladins a bit, and then I was like, oh, I'm just gonna play Overwatch 'cause it's just like a better game. So I started getting more into Overwatch. I got it on my Xbox, and then I started playing it. And then like slowly over time, I like through like cultural osmosis, I guess I was like, oh, Overwatch World Cup, that's a thing. That's cool. I know some of these players on Team USA in 2016, which is like really funny to like look back at. And that's kind of how I got into it because I recognize like some of the players on that team like are YouTubers I watched when I was really young, like Star, which is a name that I doubt any of you would probably know,
No
but
idea.
and that's what he used to play TF2. He was a relatively big TF2 content creator. So like I watched World Cup 2016 when I was younger, and then I watched World Cup 2017, and that was like when I really got into it. And then like when Overwatch League started in 2018, I was like really into it, obviously. Um, and from there on, like I was just like I had casually or not I played I had been casually playing Overwatch or like I'd been casually playing TF2 for a while, and I was like I'll start playing Overwatch. And then I don't remember exactly how it happened, but like I got into like a random like weird plat team when I was probably like 15, I want to say. Maybe younger than that actually. I don't think it. No, I was not 15. I don't remember how old I was. I was probably like 12 or 11, something like that. Um, and then like like wandered into like a vast um community like of his co-streams. Again, I don't remember exactly how. I the specifics kind of escape me, but I'd wandered into there, and then like they did like their sub tourneys, so I did sub tourney 1 like back in like 2019, 2020. I think it was 2020. And then I kind of just like started from there in like the BPL sphere. Um, and I really enjoyed playing like competitive like community leagues 'cause that's always been really fun to me. Um, and then I got into prod. I want to say it was like 3 years ago now. And oh gosh, excuse me. I think Solomon needed like they were doing something for Open Division and they needed extra observers. And I was like, huh, I vaguely know how to do this because I play the game enough already, and it's fun to me, so I'm just gonna do it. And like my first like I think my first official broadcast was an unofficial, or no, it was yeah. I think it might have been an unofficial Open Division broadcast from like Open Division like 2022, I think, which is probably not where most people start. It was fun. I think and then I kind of just like went off from there doing like BPL and CGL and stuff like that. I never really did like SPCS or like Kitsune League or anything. I think I did Kitsune League a few times, but I kind of fell out of like wanting to do it. I guess I don't really have a reason. But yeah, and now I'm here where I primarily do work for CGL and then BPL sometimes when I have time, but it's not ideal for me because CGL their scheduling works a little bit better for me being a college student. Where like I can fit around, like the matches are a lot easier to be scheduled, so you can fit around the scheduling. Or like rather the teams can schedule their matches and they schedule them at more convenient times for people rather than like at set times like at night on like late weekdays or weekends basically. I think I thoroughly hopefully answered your question.
No, I mean you did. You don't have to worry about it. Trust me.
Yeah. No, I know. I was concerned like I missed a part of it or something. That's why I was more so concerned.
Yeah, no big worries. But like, so essentially, the first time you actually ever did like an actual production, it was like you said, it was an unofficial, but it's like you got thrown into the deep end. Essentially,
Yeah.
like, hey, you're doing essentially tier 2 almost immediately. Like,
Yeah.
was that thought in your head like, how the fuck did I end up here?
Probably at the time, probably honestly, this happened a decent while ago, but I think it. I don't remember exactly why it was that was what had happened. I mean, obviously Solomon has connections, but it was some weird occurrence. I want to. Yeah, I mean, I think at that time I was definitely nervous, but like I knew at the end of the day, like it was kind of gonna suck, cause like it's my first time ever doing it officially. Cause like I'd done the prep work and stuff, and I'd read like the documentation that he had, and then all like the prod setup and stuff. But like ultimately, it was just like kind of doing it I just had to just say fuck it and do it, and I did it. Excuse me.
You're good. I mean, I would imagine like if a first time caster was thrown into doing something like that, it would like and Hunter and Megan can chime in. I feel like I would just be fucking too nervous to do anything. Like I would fuck up constantly if like that was the first time I was ever casting. I said, okay, yeah, you're gonna go cast T2. It's an unofficial thing, but there's still gonna be a decent amount of people watching it. I feel like I would fuck up a lot.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully, like for the role that I did, it wasn't like as much pressure on me because I was behind the camera, obviously. But it's still not it's still nerve-wracking because like you don't want to fuck up, and I mean, I still do. Like I've been doing this for a while, but I'm not perfect at it, and I can improve always. But like I think at the time the way we were doing it, like Solomon was doing a lot of the way he produces and like the way he obstructs is he gives a lot of guidance. At least in my experience, I know some people like think that he gives a little bit too much freedom to his obs, like as opposed to like Hippie, who is very like he knows what you want. He knows what he wants out of his observers when he's doing multi obs, which is what I was doing. I think I was doing. I want to say I was doing triple ops with Jimmy and someone else. I don't remember who the third person was, but yeah, like he gives a lot of guidance and good like in the moment like suggestions and good criticism. So it made me feel a bit better about it, but also I was like, this is kind of low stakes. I'm not getting paid for this, and it's unofficial anyways. But still, like I want to have a decent performance, and I think it was okay. I think I probably did get Liquidpedia credit for that actually.
The ever glorious Liquidpedia credits.
I mean, I have a Wikipedia page.
I think we
all do.
We all do, yeah.
No,
Congratulations.
Really?
Mega, do you have one?
Yeah.
You have one.
I have one not
Make us
just
a
for casting, but for playing. All right, get the fuck on my level, buddy.
You do not have one for playing, dude. There's no
Bro,
way.
It's
Megan
literally on there. My Rising Win. It's on there. Go look.
Oh
Yeah.
no, that's not what I'm saying. Like there is a difference between player pages and
Yeah, no,
project
there
pages.
absolutely is. But listen, I'm like, listen.
Well,
We
no,
flooded the
like-
numbers
like-
a little bit.
I believe you, and you're fudging the numbers, and that's awesome. But like it requires like 2,000 Liquidpedia points or something absurd to get a player page.
Yeah,
And like
no,
it's like not nearly as many events for production, which is why I have a technically it's a dual page, I think, that Mustard made for me. But like I think it says like player and then like observer or whatever, something like that on my page. I don't remember, something like that. But it's weird how it works. It's like it shows that I am currently on a CAW team, and I was on like a team like 2 years ago for some random like tier 2 event that was ran by like Navino like 2 years ago.
I found your cast. Why is the image not? I found your caster one, Mega.
But yeah, no,
It actually
it's the
does
same
have
page.
it does have an image as you. Like
Yeah, no. Fun fact: to get that image on there with Wikipedia, I had to move mountains. I was talking to them for fucking ages. They made me contact the person who made my model, even though she sold me all commercial rights. They were like, "Go get her permission again." Yeah, it was intense. But no, what's it called? If you go to click as player on there, yeah, the player stuff's there too.
Yeah, I mean that's how mine works as
the
well.
cost stuff, yeah.
But I had to deal with the same thing actually because like I used a picture taken by my school like for our media days, but like I had to get permission from I had to get our photographer to give me permission to use the image, which required me to like I think he had to send an email or something to them. Also, it's a great picture.
it is a great fucking picture.
Like
It's a great picture.
See, that's like the standard like where you need media permission from it. Like they basically had to like create a whole new subsection of rules about VTubers because of me.
I see.
Because they were like, how the fuck do we handle this legally?
Yeah. Yeah, it's odd. It was kind of annoying. Is like he explicitly told me I own this, but or I can use this picture, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Wikipedia stuff, who gaff, bro? It's fake. It's not real.
Yo, Mara's rich out here. Oh my god.
I earned
Big money.
$200. Or sorry,
Big
$100.
money.
According to
Wow.
Wikipedia, you're lying. You've only made 167.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the exact number. We didn't split it like that, but
How much money was that again, Dex?
Fuck off.
6, 7.
I'm sensing some anger here. I think we need to
just a
chill
little bit,
out.
just a little bit, It's all right. It's the holidays. We can't be mad at each other, It's impossible.
We can.
My family was always mad during the holidays.
Yeah, well, that makes one of us.
Moving on.
There was a string of like 4 holidays we were in the ER.
What?
Moving on.
Okay, moving right along.
Keep pushing.
Okay, so we know what got you in, and even though you have kind of told us like you're gonna probably be taking a little bit of a break here, what kind of keeps you coming back to do it? Because like you said, you still will try to do it if you have the chance to and the time to. But what is the thing that kind of keeps you coming back to doing esports and esports prod?
Well, it's fun. I enjoy doing it. I play the game anyways, and also I get paid to do it sometimes, which is awesome. I mean, that I'm sure that I don't think that's like out of the realm of possibility to like reasonably say like I like getting paid for work I do, and that's part of it. But mainly like I do genuinely just enjoy doing it. It's fun.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm gonna be honest. That's probably a really common answer for this. It's just fun, which again I don't ever say is a bad thing. I mean, if this isn't fun, if you're not, why the fuck am I going with this? I can't speak. If you're not having fun doing it, why are you doing it? Especially
if
because
you're not having fun, why bother?
Yeah.
Thank you, Reggie.
Yeah, if the game's not fun, why bother? That's the quote.
I haven't had fun in years.
I probably gave a bit of a cop-out answer, but like,
Oh,
it's my actual thoughts, so it is what it is.
yeah, it's not a cop-out answer. Like I said, it's a pretty common answer. We've had a lot of people come on and basically say that same thing. Like, it's fun. Like, yeah, it like doing like I've always had fun casting, and the 1 or 2 times I have actually observed, I've had fun doing it, even though I knew it was fucking horrible.
Observing is fun also because I can terrorize my casters. It's something I do quite enjoy doing. I love zooming into faces and then scaring them off of scene changes.
It's
Which,
Oh,
I,
God.
which I'm sure Mega has experienced before, at least once. Probably, definitely more than once, actually.
Awesome. I mean, I would say Person gets me a lot more than you do, and he's producing normally, so he has to tell people what to go get to
True.
jump scare me with shit. So, but I don't know. I feel like you've been slacking lately. You haven't been around as much.
That's true. I wasn't really around this much this CDL season because I am going to school. But I was around for playoffs because I had like less stuff to do.
Are
Thankfully.
you implying that around November is when people in school have free time? Crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine having free time ever.
I have so much free time, it's kind of starting to drive me crazy. Like, this is pretty much the first thing I've done all week, and I don't know what else to do with my time.
well, it is Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean,
Yeah.
in the last week,
Yeah.
you fucking putz.
Yeah.
Hey, you got your week started off good. You're doing something. Continue to streak tomorrow.
Fucking.
Actually, I did stuff today. I finally stopped being lazy and uploaded my COD clip dump. That was fun.
Nice.
I wanted to make it a full montage, and then I realized I'm lazy and do not want to fucking put the effort into that.
You gotta bring it back to like the early 2010s COD montages. Bring that
Yes,
back. bro.
that's literally what it
Exactly.
was. That's what it was going to be. That's what I talked with Spec about. And I just was like, yeah, that sounds like work.
It is work, but it's fun.
It doesn't
Worth
like.
it.
Why bother? You're never gonna beat the COD 4 clip with the fucking 30 Seconds of Mars song in the background.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
This is
We've
true,
already
actually.
peaked.
Can never be that much.
We've
of a
already
legend.
peaked as a species, unfortunately.
Like
Yeah.
that. Like I don't even know who the fuck's playing in that clip, but that clip is famous.
No idea.
One, it's a meme
That's
at this point.
That's good lore.
Don't need lore on it. We don't.
Yeah.
Don't.
But we do. There's so much cool lore on those on like little clips like that.
10 years from now, you're gonna see like YouTube videos of just I was the guy playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, you're just see a 90-minute video essay about it.
Fucking summoning salt style. Oh dear.
Oh my god.
Nah.
The fuck is...
What?
Don't worry about that. No, keep it pushing.
Interesting.
Okay.
Oh.
Dex, you get a fucking speak or
Yeah.
what?
Just. Jeez. I was getting fucking ready to. Dear God. Dear God. I can't. Fucking hell. Okay. Mar. Okay. So let's kind of break it down here a little bit more with production, more specifically what you do with observing here, because we've had on a lot of observers, like almost probably everyone that you could name of in either BPL or CGL. We've probably had them on at some point. What do you think is kind of the hardest thing that like you had to learn as an observer?
Well, I am still not great at like at third person like free cam, to be honest. Sorry, I someone just yelled at me. So I'm not great like framing is hard for me like in third person like specifically, and a lot of people like people who primarily do first person like me struggle with that, and so I've had to learn how to like become like an okay at best free cam observer for solo prod, because we do primarily a lot of solo prods still, and that is quite difficult for me. But like for first person specifically, or like for like team obs, I guess if you're doing like a fun thing, it just like having a good feel for like what's going on in the game is really important, and having good game sense is really important for like recognizing the game state and like recognizing what is going on, and like who like reasonably who is going to like say like use ults like in like a timely manner, or like etc, like recognizing game states and like recognizing like in your experience like obviously you can't always rationally tell how people are going to act, because not everyone's acts rationally in Overwatch. Which is it is both incredibly funny and also drives me up the wall, because like when I'm observing players who are worse than me, because I'm pretty decently good at the game, it drives me insane. So like just like I have a good idea and I have decent game sense of like how they should play it, and like so I can recognize what I think they're going to do, and if I'm wrong, then I just look like an idiot because I'm like looking at a tracer who has a pulse bomb who's sitting like right behind supports and just not using it. Like stuff like that is like you have to recognize, like having good game sense is important, but also just being able to adapt and like almost learn on the fly when you're observing, because like pattern recognition is kind of important in a sense. Like you're recognizing how they're gonna do stuff, like to where you can get decent shots. Basically, I'm kind of rambling, but I think I'm making sense.
Nope, you're good.
Oh, excuse me.
You're good. Actually, you bring up a very interesting point, because I want like I want Hunter and Mega to chime in on this. Because in leagues like CGL and BPL, SPCS, Kitsune, every league there are leagues that are, or tiers that are of lower ranks. Like not necessarily gold. I don't think CGL's had that in a while, but there is a plat, there is a diamond, there is a masters tier. And like I know, because I've been there with Mega for it, but like in my opinion, I think it's fun to cast those games, because it's the thing of you don't know what the hell you're gonna see, because they like the lower ranks are just play different from anyone else. It's insane to see people hold on to ultimates. Insane to see the picks or the hero picks you get sometimes. But like, I mean, it's difficult, like you said, for observers, because you just don't know. You expect them to do something and they don't do it. But Hunter and Mega, like when it comes to this casting, the lower rank leagues, you guys have that same kind of thing as I do, where it's like it's kind of fun because you have to stay on your toes, or is it just like agonizingly annoying because you know what they should be doing, but they aren't doing it?
I personally enjoy it because obviously it's nice to be able to watch like some of the highest like competitive play and be able to cast that. That's always fun. But there is an element of chaos when you go with teams that are on like that plat diamond division, where they lean usually more towards comfortability rather than what is defined as like the quote unquote meta. I enjoy it a lot because you said yourself, you do have no idea what you're getting into. You're gonna roll on Samoa with a double Reinhardt battle, and you don't think any less of it. You just accept it and you move on. Things are going to happen. It's not going to lift your expectations. Like if I'm doing an open match compared to like a diamond match, what I'm going to say is going to happen on an open is more likely to happen in the open rather than diamond. So whenever me and Spec do like EU diamond, I realize, all right, this man's going to have an aneurysm at some point during this game, and I'm going to have to pick it up at some point. But no, I enjoy it a lot because that is, as a player, the range that I played at pretty much my entire life playing this game. So I love it personally.
Yeah, I'm a bad person.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I feel like the world's largest hypocrite in this situation, because I am the person who will advocate and tell every single rank, like, hey, listen, sign up if you want to play. We will make leagues for you and shit like that. But then I'm also the person who's like, do not put me on those games for the love of God. And it's just, again, like, it's just a matter of being able to predict some stuff. And like, don't get me wrong, for a map every now and then, it's like fun. Like there's interesting stuff that you can like highlight and look at and be like, oh hey, this team's doing something. And at least there's like concepts of playing the game proper. But when it's just like two teams dribbling over each other, like you have somebody playing Reaper into double hit scan, not wondering why the Reaper's getting absolutely destroyed. It's like what are we doing? What's going on? And then you feel like an asshole because I was like, oh fuck, I'm making fun of like kids who are just like out here actually trying to have fun. So then it just becomes a situation where I want them to have fun as far away from me as possible.
The only thing I'm thinking about is I'm trying to pull it up right now. Let's see, just based off. Oh yeah, no, this is the image right here. Like, this is what I imagined while you were saying that.
I mean, pretty much. Like, and again, like I said, I feel awful for feeling this way. Because, like, they're just fucking people trying to have fun. It's fucking the dad getting off his 9 to 5 at the goddamn, like, McDonald's or whatever. Like, he's just trying to chill, put his controller in his hands and play some Overwatch with his friends. I get that. And, like, I hope that they have the most fun in the world. But, like, for example, I literally this season of CGL, I asked to not be on a plat game ever again because I was forced to watch Rheincomp run around with Moira Wu Yang backline instead of a Lucio, and like the Rhine was just constantly getting left behind. I was like, gosh, if only a Lucio was here to fix this. It was like driving me mad.
No, and like there's definitely been times where like I've been a part of those games and it's just like, oh dear God. Like, especially in the lower rank leagues or tiers, it's like you're seeing a 3-0 stomp, and I mean I've talked about before, it's the worst 3-0 stomp you've ever seen, where one team clearly is a lot better than the other team, but it's like I still have to say something nice about this team that's getting dog walked out here.
Nah, see, the 3-0 stomps in, like, Shitlow, those are, like, okay. Because, like, even though, obviously, you still have to be nice to the other team, like, I can work with that. I can be like, okay, but this other team, this team that's 3-0 stomping is actually, coordinating. That's why they're winning. It's the back and forth games in the lower lobbies, because it's just a fucking toilet bowl. One map, you have a Cassidy killing 3. The next, he's rolling off the map because he forgot where the edge is. You've got so much shit going on. And those back and forth matches are actually the worst thing humanly possible for your retinas.
I actually have something to say about that specifically.
Yes.
I was doing, I think it was NA Masters finals for CGL, like 2 weeks, like last week. And I was doing it with with Luau, and then I don't remember who the casters were, but like I was.
Wait, no, it was me.
It was you. Okay.
Yeah, it was me,
Yeah,
and
so
I don't remember
exactly
who
what
else.
I'm talking about. Anyways, so that series, like the first map was pretty dominant for one team, and the other team brought it back, and then it kept going on like that for the entire series. And I wanted to see someone that night, and I couldn't because we were done like 3 hours later because it went to map 7.
Yeah, it meant to.
It was so. Oh yeah, you were mentally boomed because of the pauses. I remember now. Yeah, because we had we had hand cam and we had some pauses for hand cam. Like that makes sense. I'm remembering now because you were with Rags, I think it was.
Yes, it was with Rags, which Rags, lovely as always, love her. But like that match was just, it was such a conundrum because basically the team that was worse on paper would come in, absolutely dominate a map. Then the team that was supposedly better on paper would come in on their map pick and like slug it out in an overtime win to keep the series tied. And then we get to map 7 and the team that was supposed to be better the whole time just fucking rolls immediately and just shit stomps. I'm like, why couldn't we have just done this the entire series? Like, it literally felt like I was watching a team sandbag intentionally.
Now, that's the difference between a horrible Game 7 or Map 7 and then what me and Ray had with South America Grand Finals, which also went to 7, which was actually a really compelling Game 7 to watch. Like one Game 7, like full series that go, I'm not going to count best of 5 where it goes to a map 5. Best of 7s that go to 7s, you either have it be where this is the best series I've ever casted, or dear God, these teams just fucking suck. Like, and there's very little in between. And like, I would imagine, especially as like as a producer and observer, like, since you're kind of, especially if it's multi-ops and there's different perspectives of everything, I would imagine, Mara, there's things where it's like, where you know, it's just like you're sitting there saying, how is this team winning?
Yeah, it was. I don't know if you're like bridging me there, but it's not fun to like see these things and like to go back to the example that I'm talking about, like with regards to Mega. There's this guy who was consistently pretty good throughout the entire series. He just like turned it on map 7. Was like, why couldn't you just done this like any earlier so we could have all gone home and like done this? Like it just finished it. Like I don't get it. And again, it's not to deride these players, because obviously like they're not always gonna be amazing, but it's like you guys like I think they lost on their map pick, if I remember correctly. The team that won. I mean,
No,
obviously
no, no.
that the details are escaping me, but
No, so the thing was the entire series long, um, the team that picked the map would win the map. Except for map 7 was the only one that wasn't like that. Because basically the team that was like had the worst record on paper had like all in on a Sigma comp, because it was like the 3 days of Sigma was good, but then literally like the day of the match was the day that they nerfed Sigma. So fucking L on that one. You play your match a day earlier, fucking potential 4-0. But it like I don't know, like it was one of those things where like if you just looked at it, you'd be like, oh, it was a back and forth game. But truthfully, like watching the team that ultimately won, like the 3 maps they won beforehand, it literally looked like they were trying their hardest to like make it close intentionally. Like they were actively throwing for some reason.
yeah.
Like I don't know.
I mean, that's a good way to describe it. It was something else.
Hunter, what about you when it comes to Map 7 series? Are they good or are they bad? Or is like, what do you normally think about? Are you fucking eating canes?
No, I'm drinking canes. God.
Impressive.
I hope we never get a Kane sponsorship.
I don't want
And
one.
Dude, they're opening
sponsorship
it.
is
They're
fun.
opening at Canes in Rock Hill.
No, hey, no.
Are they really?
You go to Bojangles.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes, hold the decks is hitting.
See, if I had one near me, it'd be an easy alternative.
Drive to Columbus. There's one in Columbus, I'm pretty sure.
Jesus Christ. You're asking me to go to Columbus? That's your first mistake. Going to Columbus?
Might as well just ask him to go to Baltimore and die. Like, Jesus Christ.
Genuinely, might as well ask me to go to Gary, Indiana.
I was
at
going
that
to say
point.
Gary, Indiana's probably closer.
It is closer. I've been there.
Just go to Detroit.
But luckily I've never had a bad map 7 before. I've only had a handful of them, as have all of us here. But I can't think if I've ever had a bad one. Like genuinely. Like even back like way back in the days of like 2020, like I can't remember any of those being bad. Which is weird. You figure there'd be a bad one in there somewhere. You would think. But like there have been ones like where teams just suddenly fall off a cliff for the last 2 or 3 maps and just completely just give in. Like we've seen it happen before, but no, all of them have genuinely been a good experience. I say that now and realize that in the near future, one of them is definitely going to be absolutely terrible and is going to meet no expectations whatsoever. But
You did just jinx yourself.
Big time.
to be fair, I'm fine with that. I've been gifted as is. I'll take it. As lucky
Damn,
as
aren't you
I've
cool?
gotten. No, not at all. No, that's a common misconception.
Like, I'll say this. The most annoying Game 7 is a reverse sweep where, because if a team's up 3-0, it's like, okay, sweet. We might actually end early tonight. And then the other team wins 2 straight games, and you're just like, oh, dear God.
Like, never say that. Never say, oh, we might be done early.
Yeah, like, it's a thing where you're starting to mentally prepare yourself sometimes. Like, hey, this team's just dominating. I don't see how this other team comes back in.
We got a series on our hands.
Yeah, then it's like, oh, shit, we're heading to a map 6, and the team that's losing is winning. It's just like, oh dear God, they're actually gonna do it, and then they go into map 7 and get stomped, and it's just like, why? Like it's fun to cast that because like, hey, you're building that story up, but it's just like, don't die out going into map 7. Please just at least keep it entertaining for the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, that is the one thing I'll say. There have definitely been somewhere like the map 7 is like significantly worse than the 6 before it, which really sucks. It feels like it happens with map 5s more than anything, but you'll just get in there and then everything will just fall off a cliff. Like it'll be even like I forget we did a map 5 recently. Like I know it's not the same as a map 7 where like it went back and forth on control and then we went to third round and it was just like 100-0 stomp, like straight up stomp on Ilios, and I was like, oh. Well, that's your ball game. Cool.
Zay, do not lay on the keyboard.
Zay, type.
I'm gonna probably take a guess that was that Garfo Factor X.
I think it was Garfo Factor X. That sounds. No. Are you thinking of the grand final, or are you thinking of the actual
the
like
one we did last week?
Oh, I think I might be.
Wait, wasn't that a 3? Oh fuck it. We're not gonna get into that.
Hey, Mara, look at them getting into memory lane from their old dates. Look at them.
They're bickering.
There's only been one map 5. Actually, there's been 2 map 5 series for South America this year so far. Wow.
What's up? No?
No.
Mega.
Okay. Moving on here. So, let's like here. You touched on it there for a brief moment with how hard it is because like casting or observing the lower levels or lower rank leagues or tiers because how good you are as a player. Let's actually briefly talk about you as a player because one, you play on a collegiate team, you play on Winthrop's academy team, like, and then like, what's it kind of like being there at Winthrop, especially around the fucking shit, the varsity Overwatch team there, who is primarily OWCS players.
Well, they're very good resources. Like we have, so like we had Wheats helping us with trials, and he helped us with like helped us with coaching a little bit. But mostly it was Liar last semester, or this semester I guess technically because it just ended. But yeah, we had like it was like mostly Liar doing that. And like the entire it's a really good environment to be in for obviously for doing esports like at the collegiate level because it's the best program in the US. So yeah, but it is really like you just have people to just talk to, and like to be able to like learn from actually like good players who have at least some modicum of an idea of how to like, I mean, obviously they know how to play, but like, learning how to coach is something like entirely different. Obviously, so like it's a struggle that we even had this semester, where it's like, Liar, that's his first. I think it was really his first time ever coaching like officially. So like, their academy program is still pretty. It's new. It only really started like last year. So it's a learning experience for a lot of people there, like not just us as players. But it's definitely gotten a lot better since it happened last semester because like last semester was a lot more there was a lot of structure to it, and now we have a lot more structure to it. But we also there's some changes coming into the semester as well with that. Excuse me.
Good. I mean, like, it was gonna be really fun to touch on just the resources of it because, like you said, you had Wheats there, you have Wire helping you out, but then you also still have every other player there who I imagine has given some input, maybe just minor, but like I don't necessarily know if like the input you got from them has helped you in game. I think that definitely is the case where it has helped you in game, but has that been able to kind of translate over to what you do with observing as well?
I think developing my game sense and like being able to recognize like when things are happening properly or what should be happening has helped me like learn to observe at a higher level. Like I go like for higher level teams, but obviously like I mentioned earlier is like I have that expectation for everybody rather than only having it for like when I'm casting like open tiers. So like it's kind of a double-edged sword where like I better understand how to observe the game at a higher level, but I simultaneously I like for the majority of people I probably am worse because I have expectations that are like I can't really like put myself in a mindset where it's like I can't observe how I normally would. Like because that's just how I am. Is like I learned one way to do it and it's kind of hard for me to change my perspective on that. Um but I think it definitely has helped me to some degree. Like I said.
Yeah, and like that's always it's always a thing where like when I'm arguing with myself whether or not to play ranked or not, which most of the time I just say nah, I'm just gonna go play quick play. It's a thing is where like I want to get better at the game because I generally do think it will help me with casting, and I imagine Hunter and Mega are probably that same way as well because I do see both. I do see Mega at least play ranked. I think a decent amount. Hunter, do you play ranked?
I play a decent amount, yeah. It's not a ton. Usually I play it in like spurts. Like I'll play like a ton of it at one day, won't touch it for 2 weeks, come back, play another like 5 hours worth of it.
I
That's
was
just how it is.
I quickly checked my BattleNet because normally anytime I open it up past 8 p.m., I see Spectrion on and he's playing comp, but one of the only times he's not.
Wow.
But like being better at the game because, like you said, it helps with game sense. It helps you really also just understand what's going on as well. Like yeah, you could play the game and kind of get that, but I think there's always a little bit of a better there's a better takeaway when you're actually playing like in the competitive sense of it. But like Mega, do you kind of think that as well, or does it necessarily like do you think it necessarily matters?
Um, I mean, like it helps obviously, but it's one of those things of the say it's sort of the same philosophy that people have around coaching. Like obviously, if you're just a higher elo person in general, you can sit here and be like, oh, freaking yeah, you're clearly better. You know what the fuck you're talking about. Da, 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 da. But like Krusty when he was on his stint of best coach in the world, he was a fucking diamond player. Like it, at the end of the day, if you actually just sit and study the game, even if you can't replicate the mechanics, like you can get up there. But obviously, if you can just sit and play the game 10 hours a day, like just do it, and it will make you a better observer, freaking caster, anything. Just because you have that game knowledge, like Mara was saying.
Hey, stop. Like absolutely, and it's like we've had, and this is kind of a weird tangent, somewhat related, somewhat unrelated, but we've had people on this podcast in the past who have straight up said like they don't play the game a lot that often, and I've had casters like in between breaks say like yeah I haven't played the game in 3 months, and I'm just sitting there like how do you understand what's going on at the moment if you just don't play the game? Like the meta is completely different. It's like how do you not do like how is this helping you at all?
Yeah, I don't get that. There are some games where you can go away for a while and come back and things are relatively the same. Like Rocket League's the biggest example, I think, where not a whole lot will change. But Overwatch, you miss one patch and things change. You miss just one team putting on a random comp, realizing it's the best, and everyone's playing it 2 weeks later. And suddenly you're like, wait, why is everybody playing Ramatra again? What's going on here? And you would be none the wiser if you weren't playing the game or at least watching like the game competitively. Like that also helps. I don't know if it's on equal footing, but I'd say it's almost equally as important.
And more kind of tanging this over to you here because you did say you have done a little bit of Valorant in the past. When you did that, how often did you actually play Valorant?
So I played collegiate Valorant actually for like
Oh.
a semester, so I have a decent-ish understanding of it, like to some degree. And I do play some. I don't play Valorant specifically, though I do play CS a decent amount. So I have a vague understanding of tac shooters, but most of my like learned experience from Val came from me talking to like Reach, because like she does
Hmm.
Valorant a decent amount, and like so she taught me like the basics, which is like all I really needed, because I it wasn't too much of it wasn't too like too big or too important of an event. I was like I think I did like some like a BPL like event, and then I observed some pugs just for practice, and that's kind of all I did. But like I did like Valorant's a lot more of a reaction based observing game, because like fights happen so much faster, and like the time to kill is so much higher, or lower rather. Um it's like you have to have good reactions to be able to observe Valorant, at least in first person. Because obviously, like third person, that's totally different, and like that's more about like framing shots and like framing angles and stuff like that, which is a totally different skill set, which I still am not amazing at. But also, I haven't observed too much Valorant since I did like those couple events. Mostly because I just am not hugely interested in the game. But there are a lot more opportunities for like observing Valorant that's paid anyways, which is I mean like that's part of it, but also like it it's just a lot more popular still, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, like for people who enjoy it, it's fun. But it's an important thing for me to learn. I think if I'm gonna like continue to do it, at least as like a somewhat of an both something to do for fun and to make some amount of money off of. It's like I kind of gotta learn. I will never stoop to the level of learning League of production though. I say that now, but you know that could always change, I suppose.
None of us will ever be league casters now. Now, like 2xKO is a lot of fun to watch. Maybe I'll cast that one day, but nah.
But that's
Pretty
like,
sure that's still in beta.
it's just a fighting game. Yeah, it has league characters. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
a
just-
fighting. It's not the same game.
It's not the same game, no.
Like League is, and I've said it before. I don't like League, but I really respect the fucking esport. Because dear God, are all their bless you, are all their productions like absolutely gorgeous when it gets to like big events.
Always like I may miss out on like stuff for like Counter-Strike or almost any esport, but when Worlds happens, like, oh, it's Worlds. My brain, the neurons fire, and next thing you know, I'm up at 3 a.m. watching T1 because like, fuck it, this is my life now.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who like don't watch League, or I mean they most of them play it like casually, but they'll watch Worlds.
Yeah.
It's like a surprising amount of people.
It's entertaining.
I know a lot of people who don't play League who play, what was it, Teamfight Tactics or TFT?
Yeah,
Yeah.
TFT. I play some TFT.
Is that in League or is that its own thing?
It's its own thing. Like you can download it on your phone and play it.
Oh,
It's like in the League client, kind of, but it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
like doing something. But like I said, League's production is, I think when it comes to major esports events, probably the best one that you could really look at. Like it probably rivals some big sporting events productions, and excels
Dude,
others.
okay, this is a tangent. Esports production peaked like 15 years ago, dude. And in
Yeah.
South Korea, like when StarCraft was still really big in South Korea, they like broadcasted it on television, and like they had like like one of the players, like I think like a plane landed and he came out of it, and the other player like he was descended from a crane. Like that's insane, dude. I had to find that to like show you it. It's amazing though.
Like
It's also just different over there, but
oh yeah, it's hugely different. I mean, we could talk to oh fuck, why am I forgetting his name now? Oh, I feel so bad that I'm forgetting his name.
Wow. So you think of another caster or?
No, I'm thinking of MI Blizzard,
Blizzard.
who went to study abroad in Korea, and
Mhm.
just talked to us about, like, when he was on the podcast, he talked about like how different esports is over there. Like, there's whole venues just dedicated to it. Like, South Korea, when it comes to esports, is essentially the hub of, I would say, the majority of like the big titles. Maybe CS is probably the only one that like hasn't taken a foothold there. That's the only one I feel like.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. CS is not really a thing. Well, okay, specifically in Southeast, in East Asia, it's not really a huge thing. Valorant's bigger. But like in like Mongolia, like especially, which is gonna sound insane, like huge CS scene, dude. Huge CS scene. I love the Mongols. They are my favorite CS team to watch because they don't play the game like other teams like traditionally do, because obviously like CS is primarily a game in like it is primarily popular in mostly Europe, but like because NA sucks at it.
And I know exactly what you're talking about with like the Mongols and their fans. Because I remember when they made Worlds, like they had, I'm trying to find an image of it right now. They had a fucking watch party in the capital where it gathered like so many fans.
They were in the streets. Also, I will say, I'm gonna correct you. It was a major. It was the second. It was the first major of the year in Austin,
Okay.
where they got second, I think, where they lost to the team that eventually won. They lost to Vitality. Ew, French. But like there was like crowds of people in the streets watching the Mongols play in the finals of the Austin last major. And like they lost, but it was amazing. Like that event was great. And then the most recent event in Budapest was not good. There are a lot of reasons why that event sucked. Like the games themselves were good, but the production was just kind of atrocious, and there was a lot of issues with like the organizer who hadn't done CS in like 6 years or something like that. Like their last event was in 2019, and they were sponsored by like some really shady companies that weren't allowed on YouTube or Twitch. So like their YouTube stream would just sometimes just go down. It was a clusterfuck, dude. I really enjoyed the major. It was really good. Like FaZe had a great run, but it just
I can't find the image of like the crowds in the street. I found a video, but I'm always very cautious to play videos.
Smart.
I had to
Just gotta watch
find.
it first.
No, here, Dex.
I had
I'll
to
find this
find-
video. It just comes from liveleak.com. You just have to.
Oh
click
yeah,
on it.
no, I probably found
Yeah.
the same video as you, Dex.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, but I mean, just show, it's a really good video. Just show it. It's fine. It's
It'll
just-
fine.
probably be okay.
let
We
me
have
just-
editing technology.
Let me quickly just mute the tab and I'll pull it up.
Yeah.
That's smart. That's our producer right there.
At Parker's Kitchen.
Now
Get
that's
our
not
new
muting the
breakfast meal.
goddamn tab.
Okay, that's not our producer.
Our producer's trying his best.
Yeah, that's the important part.
The unfortunate thing is his best is like pretty average.
My best is like subpar.
Whoa, people!
Hey, hey,
Like,
hey! Don't
this is-
self-deprecate.
Fucking insane for an esports event.
A lot of people. Yeah, that's a lot of people. They're all sitting in the.
And,
in the
Like
This is at 4 a.m. by the
yeah,
way.
no, I was gonna say I don't think Mara said it. Like this was fucking early in the morning. Like what Mara just said. This is 4 a.m.
Well, can we go back to this part of life? Can we go back to this era?
This was earlier this year. You're in
can
the
we go
era.
back to that? Can we go back to that?
No.
Listen, I'll gladly go sit on the street corner at 4 in the morning watching Overwatch. Okay.
All right. All right.
That's a fucking safety vest.
Same thing. Let's go. PPE. Let's go.
Like it's just insane to see this kind of support, especially because like what you said. It's like it's not a team that's. I don't know if you know anything about Mongols, the team itself. It's not a team owned by like the country, right? It's just a team.
No, they're officially the state team or something of Mongolia, I think.
Mhm.
Which means they got like $2, but oh my gosh.
What the
yeah.
fuck? Why are they on a
They're-
hockey rink?
They're like the
Let's
national team of
go.
Mongolia, I guess. Also, dude, they got the flag and everything. They're ice skating. This is sick.
Awesome. Man, can I go? That's so awesome.
Yeah, like they're like technically like a national team, but I don't think they're like owned by the country.
It's not like Team Falcons.
No.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's kind of weird how it like they're the national team of Mongolia. That's all I can say. They're owned by a separate org, I think, but like it's crazy how big like certain esports are, and like everything really has gotten to Korea except CS, because I I don't know. It's never really had it, like even Valorant has appeal in Korea, though not as much as like other like Riot titles or like even Blizzard titles. I think StarCraft still has like a decent scene in CS or in Korea rather.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
does.
It does.
Like, I think StarCraft is only still considered like alive because Korea.
Mhm.
Like, didn't at the last BlizzCon they actually like had an event for StarCraft?
I don't think so, but I could be wrong.
I mean, just go to the StarCraft Liquidpedia page that exists.
Sure.
Wallhunter's looking this up. Just getting back to what we were kind of on here, where Esports Prod like peaked, like the productions peaked. Where do you guys actually think they peaked? Are they still necessarily getting better, or do you think they've kind of plateaued here?
Oh no, I mean Worlds gets better every year.
Yeah.
To be honest, that Worlds gets better every year. I'll die on the hill though, like what I was talking about earlier. Like I'll die on that hill, but I think ultimately like the amount of money that Riot puts into their like into Worlds specifically, or, like I guess the international as well is pretty good for Dota, but I don't think anyone like I know watches or plays Dota. Like as long as like the companies like as long as the publishers put money into the game, like they'll always have good events. For a cop-out answer though, when DJ Khaled sang at the 2018 Overwatch League like Grand Finals, but you know that's just kind of funny. So
Hey, remember, League Worlds. Oh wait, no, it was Worlds that had Linkin Park. It wasn't Valorant, right? It was.
yeah, it was Worlds, I believe.
Painful.
I still hope one day Overwatch is gonna get past the DJ Khaled thing, but the only way it happens is if some other esport fails harder.
I
The
don't know
DJ Khaled
how
thing was
you
really
get.
funny though.
It was.
It was really
Oh,
funny.
It was really
Oh.
funny. It was really funny. You actually brought up a good thing right there, and it's one thing I like want to talk about. Dota 2. It is like I understand. I don't look anything up about it. I don't like follow anything about it. But with how big that game is, you would just think somewhere in the esports realm you would hear something about it. Dota 2 might be the biggest esport out there, but it's also like the quietest one.
Prize pool wise, it is. League is definitely still bigger.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best way to put it. It's like prize pool wise, they have gigantic prize pools, and like there's a lot of orgs that participate in Dota. But I think Dota is just like League has a high barrier to entry. I think Dota probably has an even higher barrier to entry.
And,
Like to like understand and learn how to play it.
and like that's the thing. Like, again, it's kind of what I'm going back to. It's like it's barely fucking advertised. Like, Steam doesn't really do much about it. I don't think they make any public posts about it. And it's just like the point I'm trying to get at here. It's like it's a huge esport money wise, but like you never hear a thing about it. Like I don't even know when the invitational is.
No,
No
just
clue.
kind of comes up. Just kind of comes up in passing. You're like, oh yeah, that's happening. But by the way, StarCraft is very active, as a matter of fact.
Oh, the international, not the invitational. I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh, is it called the international?
Yeah,
Oh,
Falcons won last year, if you were wondering, but
right. Who won the year
Shut
before?
Liquid.
Take that.
Yeah, the international this year is happening. Well, it already happened actually. Obviously the one this year happened in September. It always seems to happen like early fall, like August, September, sometimes October. I kind of want to watch it, but like at the same time, I have no fucking idea what's going on in Dota.
Like,
No.
I would love to watch it as well, but it's like the same thing. I'm just gonna have to sit there. Like, I would have to force myself to watch it for about 2 hours before I get probably a general idea of what's going on.
I also just like wanted to look at the prize pools for these events. Like the first, like the prize pools, like for like what was it, like 2014 to 2022, I guess, were insane. Like peaking at $40 million in 2021.
I
That
sorry.
is insane.
Yeah, I remember doing like I did my senior project in high school, which is a very stupid thing, and they got rid of it like 2 years after I graduated, which was fun for me. I remember doing it on how you can make money playing video games, and I briefly talked about esports. Actually, it became about half the project, but I remember specifically talking about the the invitational that the international that year. Fuck, um, with it having a $34 million prize pool.
Yeah, that was in 2019.
Yeah, and I okay, maybe it was like 32 because this was 2017 when I presented this thing.
Oh, in 2017 it was 24.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah, it was. I remember having a 4, and I sat there saying like, this is an insane amount of money for 5 people or 6 people or whatever it is. Like,
it should be 5, I believe.
yeah, it's just insane to think that a game that you could play for free, or I said probably $30 or $60, you could end up winning millions off of it.
Esports prize pools are a hell of a drug. CS has like kind of like calmed down to like around $1 million ish per like major event, but like they're like I think League it probably also has decently similar size prize pools. I don't know.
I think it wouldn't surprise me because everything going through EWC now, where you're starting to see like the game ran tournaments where it's starting to get a little bit, the prize pool starting to get a little bit less because EWC is the main one. Um, but at the same time, I think lowering the prize pools is okay as long as it's just not like, hey, it's gonna be more for for teams to fly out here and stay than it is to actually just not come.
Yeah, I mean obviously that also goes with splits with their players and like organizations and stuff like that. Which is actually I was driving Moobs to the airport, who's one of our Valorant players or one of our varsity Valorant players. Who also like they do like VCT and stuff like that, or I guess it's not, more so like tier 2 stuff. But he was talking to me as like, yeah, like the splits at tier 1, like it really kind of depends on like what org you're under, or like I don't remember exactly what he was talking about. Like Liquid like gives you, no, not Liquid. I don't remember exactly, but it really depends on the like on the org at the tier 1, like whether you get a decent amount of like the prize pool or the org takes most of it. Is like most time I believe it's the latter, but at tier 2 it's definitely more so you get basically all of it. If you're not, I mean, even if you're under an org, like if it's a smaller org in tier 2, like they'll probably give you more money.
Yeah, like
But obviously you have smaller prize pools, so
yeah, and I kind of always felt like the orgs in tier 2, like unless they're actually trying to build up into tier 1, they're kind of just there to keep the scene alive. And we kind of see it a little bit in Face It League, where you always see like Amplify, you always see an Extinction, you always see an Iliad just there for a team. And like we start to see a lot of Element teams this year in like essentially every region. Like they're probably not getting paid for it. They're just having a name brand or just an org attached to them.
at least in other esports, a lot of the tier 2 like orgs make their money primarily off of like smaller prize pools, like not even off the prize pools, mostly off of selling players, like, especially in like more so in CS and Valorant. But I don't know enough about League to say. But like that's primarily where their money comes from. Like a lot of times, like if they're not aspiring to be in tier 1, they're just gonna be like player farmers for good tier 1 teams where they'll make a decent amount of money off of it.
Okay, so before we move on to the next topic, here, Mega, did you did you respond to where you thought esports productions peaked?
I did not, mainly because I was sipping a lot of water.
Fair enough.
Truthfully, like, I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm constantly kind of bored with a lot of esports. I think like Valorant has this problem really badly. Like, all of their events look the same. And I feel like we get into this unfortunate situation where it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna keep using this stage setup with this, lineup and doing this, this, and this, just because it's easier. We can manage everything if we keep doing it this way, kind of deal. And that sort of forces it to be boring. Every couple of years, though, somebody reinvents the wheel, and then we're like, oh, we got something here. And then we use that same format until it's boring again. So I feel like it will continue to be evolution, but I think there's just such a lack of creativity purely in the sake of saving any and every penny where you can.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like everyone's running out of loss in esports, so
Yeah.
they kind of have to do it like that. That's all I have to say.
You don't get in esports to make money, and if you somehow make money, leave. Or stay. Please stay. Please stay.
Yeah, stay, please. Just
Please.
stay.
Please
Don't-
say, give us your money back.
True.
Invest back into it. Please stay. Okay. Here, so moving on from that here. But I mean, there's normally generally the question I ask a lot of people here is like, what do you think is like the next thing you really want to get into when it comes to esports production? Like you kind of mentioned a little bit earlier with maybe trying your hand at producing some here, or could it be something where it's like you want to get necessarily better with third person observing? Like, what's the next thing you kind of want to work on or do?
Probably just branch into different games. I think it's gonna be important. Because Overwatch is not like insanely popular, like and there's not always gonna be a lot of money there. Like I've gotten lucky, obviously, but like learning like a Rivals, I don't honestly Rivals is probably like unfortunately, even though that game melts my brain out of my ears, is probably like the next reasonable step for me, like production wise. I don't think it would be that hard for me to find. Like, I think I know a couple of people who would be able to help me like get into it a bit more. But like that's probably like the reasonable step for me is like branching out a bit, or just learning to produce. Because like you don't even necessarily like producing is a lot more. At least in my understanding of it is a lot more general knowledge. So like if you learn how to produce like to a decent level, like using OBS or using vMix, even though I probably just use OBS because I don't think I produce enough to justify paying for a vMix license unless I just pirate it. But like learning to produce, like you can do a lot more as long as you have a decent understanding of the game, and you don't have to have like the individual skills of like knowing how to cast or knowing how to observe, and also like even like with like fighting games and stuff like that, because like fighting games are very important for esports, like both historically and just like as an important aspect of the scene. Like just learning how to produce, like you should be able to generally like have at least some amount of understanding and know-how on how to actually like produce those streams, because like they obviously with all fighting games, like it's not really like it's basically just like producer and casters, so like that's a pretty like that knowledge is a lot more applicable, is what I'm trying to get at.
And touching on what you said there about fighting games, I think fighting games, especially in esports, the FGC community is probably essentially like either the cornerstone or the bedrock of all esports. Just because of how fucking many fighting games there are and how big those tournaments can be, it's like FGCs are some of the, I think, the most important esports out there. Like I think if fighting game esports are bad, then I think you kind of just look at the rest of esports and say like it's not in a good spot right now, is it?
Yeah, I mean I think it was like that for a while, to be honest, because like there wasn't really any like amazing like fighting games that came out for like a good few years. It's like because like recently we had Tekken 8, we had Street Fighter 6. Like those are two very big titles. And like you still obviously have like Smash and stuff like that, which is still somehow relevant. Um, both Melee and Ultimate.
Won't let it die,
Like
man.
yeah. It's definitely it's a good it's a good like measuring stick. Is like if these events are surviving, like especially during COVID and stuff like that, is like a lot of fighting game tournaments for a while were centralized at LANs. So like obviously during COVID you can't really do that. So like they had to adapt and everything kind of sucked for them. Like so, like Evo really struggled
Yeah.
like during COVID obviously because that's like entirely in person. Like that's probably one of the biggest esports events like of the year. Like almost every year it happens. It like you really have to like hope and pray that like at least someone's like keeping it alive, which is like and that like it is really impressive what they've done with FGC because like it's still somehow relevant even though it's I mean not necessarily relevant. It's like it's still as an organization it's still a thing after like probably 10 or 15 like I don't know like 15 20 years maybe. Like that is really impressive for esports because esports is still a relatively new concept. Except I mean at least like our version of esports because obviously like arcades and shit like that was objectively an esport and that's existed for since like the 80s.
Yeah.
So like you kind of have to like think about it like that. It's like it's very important that we still have some people who are at least interested in that like beyond our scope, which is like mostly like hero shooters or FPSs.
Yeah, and like, I will say this: if you're a fighting game caster, the one thing you have to be very good at is having just the moments of absolute insanity pop off where you're not necessarily saying anything, but you're acting as if you're a fan. And I think that's when you get some of the best fighting game esport moments is when the casters just have to stop actually casting the game and react to it as a fan of the game. I think those are some of the most memorable moments in all of esports.
I also think finding game captures also like a lot of them are former players as my understanding of it. I could be wrong, but like they have a lot more of a deeper understanding of the game. So like they better like they generally better articulate like what is going on and like they also are very passionate, which is the important thing for being a player. Like obviously if you're like a casual fan like you can or not, even just like a devoted fan like you can be passionate and like have a good understanding of it, but like these people who have like dedicated their lives to it. It's like they understand what's going on. They articulate their thoughts very well. They have very good energy because they genuinely just love what they're doing. It's just something different about it, and that only comes from like 10 or 20 years of like experience that like we're just not gonna have like in like the scenes that we're in. Like the only other thing that even comes close to that is like CS, and like even that's just because that's been relevant for 20 odd years now.
Yeah.
So like it's really I think like fighting games are like a totally different beast, like production wise, but they're amazing. They're very important to keep the entire landscape alive, like you said.
Yeah. And here, let me go back to your first and the first thing you kind of talked about with rivals. Have you done rivals? Have you done any observing in rivals?
No, I have not.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Like, is it any different from Overwatch? Like, my feeling is it's probably not that different, but I think you have to get back used to having it be a little bit more chaotic. Than what,
Yeah, I mean that's my understanding of it. I've played Rivals. I've played it competitively. I played it at LANs. Like, I have a decent understanding of the game, but like that game is a lot. It's not even faster paced. It's a lot slow. Like the time to kill is a lot lower than even in Overwatch because there's so much sustain in that game. There's like support's just so powerful. Like support ultra is so strong and you build them so fast. Ultra in general are very strong. So like you kind of have to. I think at least in Overwatch, like the third person perspective and like free cam rather is a lot more important in that game because the fights are a lot more chaotic, like you said. Like versus where like in Overwatch or like a faster paced tech shooters, like the time to kill is low enough to where you can catch like cool stuff going on like consistently, but like you really have to like have good game sense to like recognize when something exciting or something like notable is going to happen in Rivals. At least that's my understanding of it as someone who's not actually done any of it yet. We can ignore that part though. I'm just gonna talk out of my ass.
Yeah, but like, it's nice that Rivals, or at least the esports scene, they're finally announced that they're gonna announce what the next year is gonna look like for them. Because even though I don't like the game, I do like that there's a competitive esport for it, because I think it really does push along other games like Overwatch and probably Valorant to a little extent, probably not that much, to maybe up their game on it. But like Hunter and Mega, because I feel like when Rivals first came out, it was like that thing of like, we all probably said like, let's play it a little bit, let's figure out if I want to necessarily do anything in it. Like, have you guys necessarily thought like, is that the next logical step for you guys when it comes to another game you want to cast, or is it just not your style?
That's a rough one to answer, honestly. It's weird to say with the game already being out for a majority of the year to say it's too early to tell, but it genuinely is, because I have fun casting it from time to time, but it is much more of an occasional thing than anything else. Now, if there opens more opportunities in the scene, like 100%, like I'm sure there are a lot of grassroots leagues out there, but as we've discussed on this podcast multiple times, it's not as easy to get into a grassroots in other places as it is here in Overwatch, because we are so familiar with it. So I don't know, if opportunities make themselves more apparent, it's something to look into, but we're still waiting to hear every detail on next year's esports scene. But they're alluding to the fact that there will be an esports scene, so at the very least, I'll be staying tuned and making sure to put in my fair games once in a while. But I don't think I can make that call quite yet, unfortunately.
I go.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know that was at both of us. My bad. I definitely zoned out when you said that part. Listen, like I feel like I'm always the negative fucking person in the room. God damn it.
Yeah, you are.
But like, I don't know. I cannot personally put my faith into Rivals because like they have this great esports scene. They have oh, we have all this money. We're putting out all this content and stuff. But like the game itself, as much as like, oh, if you were casting Overwatch, hop in on this, get in on the ground floor. It feels like what are the words I'm looking for here? Like, it feels like the game is being manufactured in a lab. Like, it's literally almost like a worse version of a Mr. Beast video where it's simply, how long can we hold your attention? And I might be shooting myself in the foot for ever getting anything from Rivals ever again. My social credit score is dropping as we speak. But, like, there's just this feeling of just like we're pumping in hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars into the game, and I don't know if that money's actually coming back to them. So I feel like we're gonna hit a cliff point where the game devs are just gonna pull a Chengdu and just leave, and we're just never gonna hear anything again. I don't know why, but I have a feeling that that's going to happen, and that's why I am hesitant to do anything with Rivals. Purely because, like, even though it's like, oh, they're announcing stuff, oh, it's cool, like, it just, there's something that feels off to me.
They are dumping a lot of money. They pay like up the wazoo to content creators to make a bunch of stuff. They paid for a freaking a section, an award at the Streamer Awards. They literally paid to have their game sponsored and have an award, which, by the way, Flats_OW won the Marvel Rivals Streaming Award, by the way.
Okay, but see, I also heard, like, this could have been, it's Streamer Award speculation. Who gives it? So, take it with a grain of salt. But I heard that, like, Rivals was the one that, like, got to, like, have a hand in saying, hey, these are the people you nominate. These are the ones that you put up.
I think that's what Dex just said.
Hunter said that.
Sorry.
I haven't
so sorry.
spoken in a little bit.
I misspoke.
Listen,
nice change of pace.
But, like, I don't know. Like, again, prove me wrong, Rivals. Absolutely go out there, blow it out of the park, give some great content, put more Gooner skins in the game. I saw a super video of a Mantis that was basically naked and she was giant. So, you got people doing that shit for you now. You got pretty much every corner of the fetish market at this point. You got it all covered. Just go make your money. Yeah, I guess if that's what you got to do.
Yeah, I mean that's important to the esports scene right there. I mean, you got to have that marketability at the end of the day.
To give some credence to Mega's argument, I will say I agree with her to some extent in the sense that like versus like Overwatch on release didn't have a fucking ranked mode, dude. It didn't have a ranked mode on release, but like Rivals like comes out with like an entire tournament mode embedded in the client, which is cool as fuck. But it's like to me, and like it's a concept of like a war bait. It's like esports slop bait, Like I'll say it. It feels like it was like, to her credit, like, or to lend credence to her arguments, like it was created in a lab like for people who like both for casual players but also for esports players, because it definitely has insane casual appeal, being that it's Marvel, which is an insanely popular IP still, even though and then it's not even though there, it is an insanely popular IP.
Yeah. No, and like I'll say this, and I said it before already. I think before we got into this, I've said it before on the podcast. I don't like Rivals because it's just first impressions are a big fucking thing. When that game first came out as the public beta, man, was it rough. It was fucking rough. And I still go back and forth like every couple months saying like, do I give it another try again? Have they fixed the performance issues? And I hear from some people say yes, some people say no, and it kind of keeps me away from it. So I'll probably never do anything in Rivals. But like I said, I hope the esports scene excels, because like I said, it's only good to have competition out there.
So, actually relating to Rivals, I'd like to give a big shout out to an insider I know over at the TEC production company, who had their LAN this weekend for their high school leagues and stuff. And there was a 3-hour delay, which ultimately led to a cancellation of a Marvel Rivals match. Because when the teams got there and started setting up on stage, none of the PCs had Marvel Rivals installed. And then,
funny.
And then to make it worse, they delay the match 3 hours to install it on all the PCs. After 2 hours, their Marvel Rivals is on. Then 2 players on each team continue to have performance issues, to the point where literally the second that the lobby admin would try to send into the first map, every single time, 2 players on each team would disconnect. And they tried to then get around this by hooking up consoles and telling the players to play on console.
Oh.
And to which it was just like a no, we're just going to cancel and reschedule this.
Wow.
That's right.
I mean, that's bad, but also like that just happens. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It happens sometimes.
It does.
That just happens.
No, it happens. But listen, I want you to think for a player POV for a second. Could you imagine you show up to LAN even after like 2 hours of like, yeah, that's manageable. Then a TO walks up to you and says, "How do you feel about playing on a console for this like grand final? Like, hey, we're deciding like tournament winner type shit here."
Just doesn't say a word, hands you an Xbox controller.
Exactly. Like, just that feeling, I would have relished to be in the room. I would have relished.
I appreciate you. I think that is quite funny, but also this is like unrelated to the entire argument. It's like, I just have
it's unrelated, but like it's an esports event that involves Rivals, and it talks about the performance issues that Rivals has sometimes.
Okay.
It does have some issues.
Yeah,
it does.
But no, like,
we need to beef.
It's an esports thing, and I will say this though, like when I did DreamHack a little bit over a year ago, like there were performance issues with every game, and it wasn't just one Rivals wasn't there. It was Overwatch, it was Rocket League, it was Valorant. Granted, a lot of the performance issues were not the game, but instead the fucking PCs and monitors that were provided to them. Because the PCs would die, the monitors would just fucking blue screen, or no, they would lose pixels, and then the entire screen would just die, which was really funny to see. It happens sometimes. It's unfortunate, but like, yeah, like you said, Rivals does have that problem and again, it's not me trying to sound so negative about Rivals, but it has a problem.
Yeah, no. Funnily enough, I was at Florence Esports Fest, whatever the hell it's called.
Hmm?
You know Baldex probably. I hope.
I know
I
where
don't know, you
Florence
do,
is,
you
yeah.
don't. Okay, thanks. Anyways, I was there with our Rivals team because they were playing in a tournament there, and I played because they needed someone to drive, and then I was gonna play for the entire match, but like last second the player who my teammate on Overwatch who also played Rivals became available, so I was like, okay, here, that's cool. I'll still just drive and let me play. I played, but it was just really funny. I don't know if it was just Rivals having that issue, but the the event happened in a hockey rink. So we were on ice, or not on ice, but on covered ice. So it was cold and wet there. Whatever. That's relatively normal, I guess. But every once if you were playing too many PCs close to each other with Rivals running, they would just the circuit breaker would flip. The game is very, very intensive power wise, and that probably also leads into the thing you guys are talking about with performance, where it's just not very well optimized, to be honest.
And again, this game's only a year and a half old. They'll be able to refine.
Not even. It's a year.
Yeah, they'll be able to refine.
Not even a year, actually. It's not been out.
No,
maybe just over
a year.
Not
The
even.
beta
Yeah.
came. The public beta came out around this time last year. I think there was about 6
No,
months.
the full
before.
release was last year. The full release was last December.
Oh, I just call it the public beta because I feel like
Oh, that's
they,
fine.
They said I thought they said it was the public beta, and that full release was
I don't
sometime.
think
No. So
March.
it literally was in beta pretty much from June, July of last year, and then December was the official release, like Mara said.
Okay, my bad.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I don't know, but getting on LAN sometimes and being at LAN, there's problems. I mean, we can talk about the fucking Overwatch can talk about what happened at Dallas DreamHack last year, where someone flipped the internet switch and couldn't figure out.
Oh, God.
I'd say that was the best co-stream content, though. I think we were banging on that one.
Yeah, it was best co-stream because nothing was going on. I'm in a 12-hour fucking delay out of the airport. And we're playing Hunger Games, where apparently I just died by doing nothing.
Dude, Hunger Games is awesome.
It's so awesome. It's hit IRL. Let's go.
Hunger Games IRL. Who wins in this? If there were 20 people from CGL in it, who would win?
Pierce.
Probably Grammar.
No, Pierce is a twig. He'll fucking fall over.
He's 6'5".
Yeah, Pierce.
Yeah, but he's all bone. He's all skin and bone.
He's
he's not muscular.
He's not.
Oh, I was always told he's a twig.
He has some meat. Not a lot, but he's definitely not a twig.
He's got some meat.
He has some meat. I mean, listen, I hate to glaze this stupid fuck, but Fletch has some bulk to him.
Oh no, maybe Fletch. Honestly,
yeah, no, Fletch is also 6'5".
Don't say yourself. Don't say yourself, buddy.
Yeah,
Okay, first off, I definitely would win. 100.
Shut the fuck up.
At the very least, I'm killing Mara with my bare hands.
You wouldn't be able to catch me.
I absolutely would. Do you know I run a 4.3 in hix?
Could have played
I don't
college
even know
ball.
what you just said.
What, centimeters?
4 by 3 pixels.
We're just saying things now. I think we're just saying things.
This is what this
No,
podcast normally devolves into.
I know. I understand that, but I'm just saying Mega is just saying shit. I don't even know what she means by 4.3 in high school. Go off, I guess. But
4.3
it's a football thing.
Yeah, it's the 40-yard dash. You run that in 4.3 seconds, which is incredibly fucking fast. It would be one of the fastest times.
Yeah, so Mega's just lying, as per usual, of course.
Well, to be fair,
whoa! Who said I'm lying?
Yeah,
I got tapes.
Lies.
I got tapes.
I want to just.
I haven't played college ball.
I want to just see the tape where it's just you dragging your VTuber model across 40 yards.
I'll get a cardboard cut out of it, and then just run with that tape to me.
Just tape it to your side.
All right. Here, we're getting at this point of the podcast right now. Hunter and Mega, do you guys have any questions for our guests before we get into the normal enders?
Oh yeah, we always have questions. We always have some. I can't pull my mic this far. All right, whatever. I was gonna be cool with it, but no, I'll sit back up and ask my question. Mara.
Yeah.
So I ask this every single week, and I like this question a lot because we've gotten some really good answers from it. From the day we were introduced to gaming, we've had ourselves a nice little either a gamer tag username, whatever. English, holy shit, whatever have you.
See,
May.
it happens to everybody. I fuck up so many times on this.
Yeah, this is understandable. Basically, I'm leaning around to is why did you decide on the name Mara specifically?
To be honest with you, uh,
No,
I
lie
think
to
it
me
was.
actually.
I'm okay. I could lie to you. I believe it was. I'm trying to remember. I think I was more so playing support at the time, and Mara is like the god of like healing or whatever in Elder Scrolls. I found that funny, and then I changed it for one BPL season to fuck with everybody, and then I changed it back. And Nock was really mad at me, as tends to happen. I don't know. I don't really have like a really entertaining story about it, to be honest with you. I kind of just like changed my name a lot, and then I just haven't changed it in years since having this one.
No, it's understandable, honestly. There doesn't need to be some giant complex story behind our names at the end of the day.
Lead speak, it's awesome. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Like,
Oh.
I mean, we've had some people come in here and just say it's basically just their name in the past, which,
Like literally, like
yeah, like Hunter.
like I'm literally just punter, Huntertain.
No way.
It's just my name slapped onto the word entertain, and boom, there you go.
It's a good name.
It's a good name.
It's so
It's a
funny.
great name.
It's so funny when like there, once or twice a year, people will think my actual name is Dexter.
No one's named Dexter these days.
Yeah. How many? I'm gonna see how many Dexters there are in the world. Continue.
Enough.
There's just enough. Let's not add on to it.
True. No, not the TV show. No, like names.
While you look that up, Hunter, Mega, your turn.
Oh boy! And what's great, Mara, is my turn comes with an image. You're gonna love it.
Let's go.
So I want you to know, Hunter, I'm going to like MS Paint you something for your segment. I really
Hey,
want
if
you to have
I-
something.
Hey, if I have the time here, I will make something. But there's something going on right now.
No, there's something very, very fascinating about an MS Paint version of my question. So I will
Yeah.
just make it.
But yes, anyway, as you see there with Peter Griffin, my hometown hero, like, you know, working behind the scenes, we all encounter things that make us a little bit angry, flummoxed even, some might say here. So I want you to think back through all of the prods you've ever done, and you can get specific, you can get petty, whatever you want to do, your call. But what is one thing that has really grinded your gears?
Something that really grinds my gears.
That grinds your gears.
That grinds my gears. I gotta think. I think watching players who are bad at the game makes me irrationally angry. But because I'm in the production room, I can be as loud and as obnoxious as I want. But when producers are like, "This is not professional," like, dude, fuck off. Let me be mad. Grr. I'm not gonna name names because honestly I can't. But like I've been told that before. I'm like, dude, I don't care. Let me be mad all I want. I'm a puddle of negativity and anger, and nothing else.
I will say this, considering the fact you just said dude, it narrows it down a little bit.
No. That doesn't. I just say dude about everybody. I just say that about everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I can talk about anyone. Really, I do.
Right.
I do.
Whatever you say.
My mom hates it when I call her dude, and I do. I get her on the mic. Like she can confirm this. I'm putting my cat on the mic, bro. God damn it.
I technically, dude is a general statement you can make to any gender.
Yes. I mean, like, okay, that's the evolution of language. I call everybody bro. I call trans women bro. Some of them fuck with it, and some of them don't. So I stop. It's just how I am. It's just how I am. I promise you, I am not describing any particular person. I don't beef like that. I don't beef at all. Everybody loves me.
And can you give us a hint by saying a name that sounds vaguely similar to it but not?
No, because I honestly I don't remember exactly who told me this, but I've been told this in the past by more than one person, and it's beyond me at this point in my memory. I just don't care. I don't gaff.
Can you tap your desk in Morse code and tell us?
If I did, you wouldn't be able to hear it
That's fair.
because unfortunately I do have NVIDIA broadcast.
Interesting.
You can just say dash dot dash dot dash dot.
That's true.
True.
All right, I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Do you guys like the cookies that everyone like at every gathering like someone brings? You know the
Well,
ones.
Are you talking
Lost
about
House cookies?
the store bought like sugar cookies with the
Yes.
icing on them?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
they're baller. They're baller. 9 out of 10.
Delicious.
I can't say I like them, but I tolerate them. They're not good, but they're
Prison.
they're comfortable. You know.
Okay,
They're
I've heard enough. Not praising the cookies. Get this fucker
Slander.
the fuck out of here.
I never said I was. not
It is a
praising
little bit
them.
of slander, in all
Prison.
fairness.
At jail. I don't care. I'm sick and tired of people saying that those cookies are the worst fucking cookies in the world. No. Those cookies are
They're
the best.
not.
Those cookies are the best fucking cookies just to get whenever. Because every fucking supermarket you go into, grocery store, will have those cookies.
Like right front and center as you walk in. They'll just be sitting there. Why not
That's
take
true.
them? Like I come from a family that religiously makes like cookies and Buckeyes and everything every single year. That's what I just spent like last night doing with my family, making cookies. And stuff. That was a lot of fun.
Explain to people what Buckeyes are for people who don't know what Buckeyes are and are just thinking about the tree nut or the college.
Right. Well, so thinking of the
Or the
tree
gas
nut is
station.
probably the simplest thing because
That's Buc-ee's not.
but yeah, so if people know what an actual Buckeye is, as in the nut, you will know what it is. Basically, in the simplest form possible, it is basically a ball of peanut butter that is then dipped into chocolate, baked a little bit, or I should say frozen, more so, I should say, and then basically it's just this little peanut butter chocolate little treat. It's delicious at the end of the day. It's simple. It's really easy to make. And I don't know. I don't want to call it a staple. No, I'll call it a staple of Ohio. I'll call it that.
No, it is.
Give it
It
a
is.
riz.
100% it is. Yeah. Like
Give it a
if
riz.
you ever like,
Wait, what?
they're so good.
Give it a riz.
God, fucking.
Good lord.
Okay, Mara, what do you think the worst cookie is?
What do I think the worst cookie is?
Yeah.
I've got to say I don't have one. I really don't. I don't think I've had really a bad cookie. At least horrifically like insulting to my taste buds enough to the point where I like is my mortal enemy. If I don't like something, I just won't eat it, and then I won't think about it ever again. To be honest.
Fair enough. Like I'm gonna say this: if you think oatmeal raisin cookies are fucking awful, grow the
they're
fuck
awesome.
up. They are the best.
They're
Fucking.
awesome.
They're the best.
They're solid.
Yeah. Like throw some cinnamon in them when you're making them. Man, are they fucking good.
I'm trying to think of
They're
like
great.
a not great cookie. I'm
Uh,
trying to think. I mean, do you want to count fortune cookies?
fortune cookies.
Sometimes-
Those aren't even bad.
Fortune cookies are so
Don't
good.
it depends where you get a fortune cookie from entirely though.
So-
It 100% depends.
So I could tell you what the worst cookie is because my grandmother makes them every year and then sends them to us.
Oh, great.
They're these little like 5-layer cookies where I don't know what the filling is, but every year it just tastes like toothpaste. And I'm just like, I don't want to eat them.
I see.
I have no idea what they are.
Mega,
See,
what's
I'm go ahead, Meg, if you have something, Meg.
Mega, what's your go-to or worst cookie?
What's my worst like gun to my head, I'm not eating this cookie
Yes.
kind of energy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Truth Nuke Inbound.
Mm-hmm.
Biscoff cookies suck.
Never had them.
Biscoff, like, everybody gasses over. They're like, oh my gosh, I literally will get on flights just to have a Biscoff cookie. Oh my goodness. And it's so ass. It's so unbelievably ass.
This is the second straight week in a row you've gone into the British accent.
Like, I like to do voices, and this podcast limits me with that, so I have to get it in where I can, okay, buddy?
Yeah, you can do them. I'm just saying, like, it's you haven't
But
done them.
it doesn't work. It doesn't make sense.
Fair enough.
What is this? What the fuck?
What are you looking at, Hunter?
I decided to look at a list of like top 50 cookies just to see what came up, and like most of them, like I understand, like I like macaroons, ginger snaps, like it makes sense. I go down to near the bottom, like number 30, and it is cornflake cookies. Is that a thing? Is that a real thing, or is that just someone making shit up?
I'm gonna be honest. That sounds like Southern creation during the Great Depression.
During the Depression, yeah.
Like can
Water
we vote
pie?
this cookie as the worst cookie just by default?
Water
I mean,
pie?
look at those things. Look at those.
Make
Does
it-
that look appetizing to you?
I
Make a
mean,
water pie right now. I do.
honestly,
It
those,
looks like gold.
they probably don't look bad. I don't know. I'm only looking at this, and I just think of the old Southern joke, or at least the area where I grew up in North Carolina. Whenever it snowed, just, okay, everyone, go out and buy your milk and your bread for your milk sandwiches.
Milk sandwiches, beautiful.
No, because it was a joke because that would be the first two things gone from a grocery store would be bread and milk.
Mm.
Yeah, my dad said that whenever we get snow. He's like, we gotta get the bread and milk.
I mean, it's not
I
like
do live in North Carolina, so
Gotta get the bread.
I mean, it's snowed for the first time where I lived in like 50 years, and the people who lived here had no idea what the fuck to do. It was kind of funny to watch coming from a place where I went to college where it snowed basically every winter.
Oh god, every winter.
You're in Ohio, it doesn't count.
It doesn't count because anything can happen. You're supposed to rain day after Christmas. Not snow, rain.
You'll get your lake effect eventually. But I think that's a good spot to wrap it up here for this week. What's with the spinning sea? Oh my god!
it's a sea lion. It's not a sea lion. It's a rotor. It's the humble rotor.
Wow.
That boy sure is moving.
Yes.
It's moving.
You guys can't see this. Haha.
I
Yep.
can kind of see it.
Only for the podcast. eyes
Exclusive
only.
to the 48 something people in the pod, or the 50 something people in the podcast server.
True, we have a lot of them now. Yeah, look at that. That is some schmoving. Holy shit.
Get rid of that. Get rid of that.
Add to favorites.
At Mochi.
Add to
Okay.
favorites.
Well, we get absolute something posted in our podcast server. I want to thank everyone here for watching or listening to the podcast. As always, thank you to Hunter and Mega for joining me. Mara, again, thank you so much for joining us this week. Make sure you guys tune in next week for another great episode of For the Love of Prod. As always, I don't know who will be. You'll figure out when I do. Dear God. Dear, what the fuck? And hey, because we're recording this on the 22nd, happy holidays, everyone. Merry Christmas if you celebrate it. Happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, happy Boxing Day. I'm probably forgetting something. Happy holidays. Make sure you tune in next week again for another great episode of For the Love of Prod. Until then, see y'all.